Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shari Potter. So this is going to be a quick reading, general message for the collective. Um, those of you who know me, I'm always recording while my daughter's asleep, so I'm not sure how long it will be. Um, I just wanted to say thank you for all the patience, as well as the love I've been receiving. We finally got an air conditioner put in up here, so it has been miserably hot, too hot for me to record. Um, and just a lot of changes are happening in my life, and going through things, clearing out space energetically as well as physically. So, as I've been doing this, I finally went through the last of my belongings. I'm 34 years old and I've still had tons of belongings at my parents' house. And so I lightened the load again, but I'm really glad my dad held on to one box for me because I told him to basically most of it to just get rid of it, get rid of it. But he wanted me to go through this box, and I'm glad I did because I found a cup that my sister in spirit, Tiffany, um, had given me, which was a Libra cup, and was very important to me. And I actually listened to my intuition. I knew exactly where it was in the box, but also I found this. Why is this crazy lady holding a Barbie? Okay, so this Barbie is from 1998. I was in fourth grade, I believe, at the time. And this was probably when you could first start personalizing things online, ordering things online. And I had this Barbie made December 28th, 1998. And it says this. For those of you who don't know, I write songs and sing, and I play a little guitar. And my sister in spirit helps me write. We played and sang our entire lives growing up together. However, I was always writing. I never put any of my words to an actual song of my own. I played covers, and that was that, until she died. And that has been like the form of communication for us, the biggest form of communication for us. There's still things I pick up telepathically with her. She's always connected to me. People who know me feel her. People who are around me receive messages from her. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so music has always been in my blood. It's just, other than this, like, this is the only other thing I've always went back to my entire life. And I just wanted to read this to you guys and share this with you. And I thought it was cool because when I was shuffling, the sun card came out. So, are you having fun? Are you still in support of your inner child? Are you allowing them to come out and help you? Um, are there things that you've put on the back burner? Are there dreams, that you forgot about? Or is it just like learning how to stay in the moment and enjoy what you're doing no matter what, and not worrying about all the adult stuff that we worry about, right? So anyway, I don't know why we used my middle initial, but I guess that was important. So Shari E. Williams, this is a personality profile. Shari E. Williams has sparkling blue eyes and pretty blonde hair. She is wearing her new cool jeans outfit with extra city slick accessories. Her birthday is in October. She lives in a small town and spends lots of time playing music. She's interested in music, loves to sing, and enjoys being with her best friend. Shari Williams is a special friend of Barbie, personalized by you. So anyway, and I thought it was cool. Like, everyone I was showing all my friends and stuff, they're like, "Whoa, I would wear that outfit now," and I was like, "Yep, me too." And this outfit would actually be very, very popular right now. So, um, pretty cool how that happened. So anyway, I just thought, I know I've mentioned before that I've been making a board for my inner child, and so this is what I have so far. And I do have a couple of my angels on here as well, but most of it is stuff from like a talent show when I was a kid, little pictures where I dressed up. And I think this is the Christmas I got my first microphone. Um, you know, this grade card that I have from like first grade that says, Sharon works very hard in class, but works slowly. She is showing progress in reading and creative writing. So I thought, just stuff like that. And it's crazy because I've lost most of my belongings like 5 times in my life, especially going through addiction and abusive relationships and stuff. So, um, some things, So, anywho, let me get a drink. I'm telling you. It's also morning, so I have that. My crazy, like, DJ voice. So, let's get into this. Definitely feel like we're needing to connect with our inner child and maybe just have fun. Lighten our loads a bit and not take things so seriously. And, I forget how much it affects my manifestations, when I'm taking things too seriously. To where when I'm just having fun, it's like going with the flow. Woo, what do we need to know? Let's see. Those two wanted to come. So we'll see what we got here. 3 of Swords. On the bottom. So we are coming to the end of this heartache. So that might be what has caused us, yes. Yeah, okay. So, we got the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Okay. This is what's been doing it. This is why we're being so serious. This is why we're hurt, right? There's been a lot of chaos, a lot of fighting, a lot of, me versus them, really just being wounded, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, maybe just sick of all the games that go along with, living in the 3D. Maybe it's just time that we take a different approach. Maybe it's time that we really follow our hearts and take these swords out, get rid of some of these people. And if these aren't other people, they're aspects of ourselves, right? That we're just fighting. We're fighting ourselves, just going in circles, going nowhere, and this, it is important to set boundaries. Boundaries are so important. Like for the longest time, that's been something that's been very challenging for me, was setting boundaries. And all it did was bring me more of this, okay? And more of this. And I feel like a lot of times it was like I wouldn't set boundaries because or not, I wouldn't say no, or I wouldn't set boundaries, or I'd spread myself too thin because I didn't want to cause any chaos. And in the long run, I ended up just causing more chaos, right? At the expense of myself and others at times. And it's not fun, but the good thing is, like, this is the end. We're at the 9 now. You've learned a lot from this. You've grown a lot from this. You've evolved spiritually from this. And I think you're just learning, like, what you're willing to and not willing to put up with. And again, okay, so we're seeing this from a different perspective, whatever this is. And I think for me, it's been, I had a few months there where I feel like I lost sight of the true reasons of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay? Like the real reasons of why I want to do the things I want to do. Not the reasons that are just going to help me right now, in the physical, in this lifetime. The reasons that are going to help my soul growth. The reasons again, if money and time didn't exist, those reasons, why would I do it? And I feel like as long as we do that, all those other things follow. Those other things that, we often cut off because we're thinking about it, we're overthinking about it, we're overanalyzing, or if you're raised in an environment of fear or lack, or, abandonment or loss, there's always that feeling, right? So like we often cut that off. No, not anymore. Not anymore. We're seeing this from a different perspective. And it's like, I mean, we've got the Page of Cups here. All right. The Page of Cups. We've got the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So definitely, like, I feel like there's something we need to revert back to, go back to when our younger selves, our more vulnerable younger selves, okay? And think about the things that really fulfilled us, that really made us happy. You know, what that looked like. This could also be somebody, you know, coming in with a very young heart offering you love. And I always say, like, someone can have an old soul and a young heart. Like, that's very much how I feel I am. I feel like I have an old soul, but I have a young heart, and I try really hard to stick with that, okay? But we still live in this world, you know? So there are things that we need to master when it comes to that. We have the King of Pentacles here. So if this isn't you, this could be someone coming in. But I feel like more than anything, this is like learning to work with these energies, right? We've got the Emperor here on the bottom and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Oh my God. And the King of Cups. Okay. This is exactly what I was thinking. We are, okay, whoever's watching this, I really feel like we are evolving, right? And it's like there are these parts of us from childhood that need to come with, okay? There's parts of childhood that need to come with. There's parts of, depending on how old you are, okay? Maybe like somewhere in the middle that need to come with. And then the parts of adulthood that need to come with. This all needs to be combined. And maybe it's also just realizing how much you have grown, how much you're really mastering your emotions, how much you're moving towards the things that you really love. And it's like all we have to do is start, just take that step. 12, 22 I just saw. If we just take that step and just move towards that direction little by little, you know, little by little, a little becomes a lot. I feel like this is like, I almost feel like if this is something from childhood, it's been painful to put away. If this was like similar to my thing with a dream, I feel like this has been painful to put away. But you did it. And you did it because you felt like you had to. But all it did was create more, you know, more pain and more chaos. And I feel like maybe you were forgetting to fill your own cup. We've got the King of Pentacles, the Emperor. We got a lot of masculine energy here. A lot. Maybe this could be with the Hanged Man. This could be someone you're looking at differently now. A masculine energy. Doesn't matter about the sex, the gender. A masculine energy possibly that you are looking at differently now. And maybe this is someone who really affected you as a child, who really had a lot of control and power, okay? And they might have even had a lot of money, or just been really good with their money, all right? We got 8 of Pentacles. Or this is someone coming in to offer you love who has really grown, and you see them differently now. And they have this Emperor, King of Pentacles vibe going on. And I just heard power couple. So if this is someone coming in to be with you, we got King of Wands here. Lots of masculine energy, man. Fiery, emotional. Yeah, I feel like this is really intimate. This is really close to home. I almost wonder if this is someone you've known since childhood. Or it's just someone like from a past life situation. We've got Six of Wands here on the bottom. Something involving this. If this is a person, I feel like something, they're going to bring you a lot of happiness and success. Or this might be someone who has a lot of people that look up to them. Okay? A lot of people who look up to them. We got the Four of Wands here. I mean, look at this. How much happier can you get? This is great. This is stability, home, heart. Maybe someone's getting ready to take things to the next step. Regardless, I really feel like you're leveling up. You're leveling up. And you're remembering to have fun. All right? Or you're going to remember to have fun. And it's like, we don't want to, a lot of times when we have childhood traumas, or previous pains and hurts, when we have a lot of this, and a lot of this, and a lot of this, we end up cutting off love, right? Or we end up building a wall so high that it's just, you can't get in. 1616, I just saw. No one can get in past that wall, right? But I feel like this is like the opposite of that, right? You're learning, like, yes, I have to set boundaries. Yes, the things I experienced, they were hard, they hurt, and I didn't deserve them. And it did cause a lot of chaos and pain and, fights and whatever in my life. But now I'm seeing that it was all for a reason. And now I'm learning. I'm learning how to master my emotions, and I'm learning what I'm willing to give and what I know I deserve to receive. And now I'm moving towards that. This could even be something, movement over water. But I really just feel like you're going with the flow, and you're mastering your emotions. You're not allowing them to master you. It's just, if this is you, like, this is a lot of masculine energy. There, you might even have multiple options in love, but I feel like there's this one. If that's the case, okay, if you have multiple options in love, if there's multiple masculine energies trying to get your attention, or there's a lot of males that you're dealing with right now, the one that you're being directed towards is the one that you have seen the most evolution in. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be where you are spiritually yet, okay? But they have to be willing to evolve, to always keep leveling up with you. Because I just keep hearing level up, level up, level up. Okay? And if this is you, then again, this is just continue to see things from a new perspective. Continue to work with that and do things a little differently. Go with the flow, one by one, little by little. I feel like you're going to have like all the power that you need. Like, there's so much power in this. I keep hearing power. The Emperor, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. It's like, it's funny because like I was all about the inner child now, and now it's feeling more like, if this is you and not someone else, this is about your masculine energy, or it could have been about a fatherly energy. You might be forgiving. There's been a lot come up about that for me lately. And I actually, about a year ago, and I'm glad I did, because we recently, not that that's the only reason why, but we recently found out, my dad had bladder cancer, and he just had his last treatment actually yesterday. So his last chemo. So about a year ago, I messaged him because he had been messaging me more and more, which is rare for him. And just a little background: when I was a kid, my dad was also an addict, a drug addict, and he ended up going to prison for cooking meth when I was a child. So he was gone a lot of my childhood. When he got out, he didn't contact us right away. I was 13 when he got out. And that really, really bothered me for a long time. Until now. And I got clean myself. And during the time I got clean, I had a house full of kids. And I was having another kid. So I understood. I got it. For the first time, I got it. And I just texted him that one day, and I was like, and I don't know why, but I did. And I was like, Dad, I just want you to know that I forgive you and I understand why things were the way they were, and why you had to do some of the things that you did. And he didn't apologize before that. He didn't really apologize after that. But it was the fact that 2020, I took it into my own hands, and I just forgave him without an apology. And for some people, I've had to write it down and burn it, whatever. I know I always like burn that shit. I've had to write it down, or, for some people, it's more of a intimate, right, with spirit, cord cutting type of situation that we send them off, their energy off with light. I give thanks for the lessons that I've learned, for the way that this soul has helped evolve my soul. But yeah, I just keep, this is almost like, I feel like if this is multiple people, because I keep going back to that, because it's a lot of masculine energy, you're gonna know which one. Don't listen to what you think other people might want you to do, okay? Go with what you feel and your intuition and your heart. I feel like even if it doesn't make sense, it's not going to make sense to everyone. It's going to make sense to you in spirit, and you know that. Um, Again, if this is you, this is just all about changing your ways of thinking, mastering your emotions, also mastering, maybe really working with your finances and working smarter, not harder. You could be going, like, talking to a financial advisor. I just heard someone could be getting a home, and that could be why you're talking to a financial advisor. There could be something going on with legalities. Um, Legalities, something about court. Someone has court. What else, Spirit? There's been a lot about, I talk about color psychology a lot, and like just the spiritual meaning behind colors and stuff. I did have a yellow butterfly come up to me yesterday. Um, and immediately I was noticing the yellow in these cards, but then I started noticing the red. Maybe you need to be wearing red right now. Maybe it's going to make you feel powerful. Okay. I'm just, have fun. Like, try to have fun with whatever you're doing and embrace this. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I said work smarter, not harder. And we've got, okay. This is definitely, I feel like someone coming in. We got the 10 of Wands on the bottom. So you're tired. You've been working hard. It's hard to see. You can't even see what's in front of you because there's so much shit you're carrying. You're putting that down. Put that down. Down. Don't worry about money. Because it's all gonna work out. Everything's gonna work out, okay? I think this is all about just needing to find your power, like the balance between your power, your masculine energy, and your inner child. When to have fun, when to play, and when to work hard. But not like this. I don't mean work hard like this, right? When to work smart, when to, yeah. This is great. Ace of Cups on the bottom. So much love. Like, I feel like there's a lot of creativity in this and love in this. And whatever it is, it's gonna bring you a lot of money, and almost feels like it's gonna bring you a lot of like power. But there's something tricky going on here. We've got the Seven of Swords. So I know I said that before with the masculine energies, like if this was an ex or something, or someone from the past, or a father, like this might have been someone who was very very selfish, narcissistic, you know, just only really looking out for themselves, and could have been very manipulative, very sneaky, trickster energy. Um, and I'm seeing it with the Emperor. I'm seeing it with the Emperor and this King of Wands, though. I'm going to put those there. We're going to... Here. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so definitely something... I kept hearing legalities earlier. So there might be something going on with legal matters and finances. And that could be why you've been so overworked or stressed or hurt. This could be something that's been very painful for you. And the only way to like hurry up this whole situation is to change the way you look at it and your thoughts. And you know how it is, like sometimes when we're so desperate for something or we want something so bad, we can end up putting out that vibration that actually pushes it away or makes it, slows it down to where, you know, a lot of people are like, well, I don't even care anymore if it happens, whatever. And then the next day, there it goes, you know? So, or when I just started talking, when I first started filming, I was like, something about forgetting the reasons of why you started doing the things you started doing. Yeah, I don't know. It could be something like that. It's like if you forget the good reasons of why you were doing it and maybe focusing on, you know, yeah. Or if this is, like I said, if this is something legal and you've been like waiting on something like financially, it's like as soon as you stop like thinking about it so much or caring about it so much is when it's going to happen. Okay. Um, and I feel like when you just slow down and go with the flow and the process, and I mean, it's great. We go from the 4 to the 8. So this is like worrying, you know, being in lack. Sometimes it can be greed, or just, I always feel like it depends on the deck because I've had 4 of Pentacles look completely different in different decks, right? In the Druid deck, he's in front of a chest, you know, of money. This one, I always thought like with the city back there and stuff, it just reminded me of someone who was like more on top of the world, possibly. Or this is a desire to feel on top of the world. But also in this picture, he is on his own, just holding his money. It actually reminds me of one of my ex-boyfriends. Sorry. He looks like him and everything. Like it's weird. Um, yeah, again, changing the way you think. And remember when I was talking about the wisdom, the younger heart and the wisdom, you got the Hermit. Look at these lights going off. These are like tons of like aha light bulb moments. And it's just like knowing, you know, you have this inner knowing. And sometimes it's like also, man, I get it when things aren't going, you know, as quickly as we, you know, might need them to go or want them to go, you know, but just the best thing we can do in those moments is to just say, okay, universe, I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna give you free reign. I give you permission to make this move as quickly or slowly as you need it to move. Just as long as it's, you know, the way it's meant to be. And sometimes that's all it takes, you know. Um, but I feel like there's something you've really learned from this and you've evolved from this. That this is you and not a person. This is like I like to use both aspects because some people aren't looking for love. Some people are in relationships where they're perfectly fine and happy, you know, and so then when you plant those things, like I like to try to look at all aspects of it because you can plant seeds in people's heads sometimes, and I don't like to do that, especially like unless it's a good seed. I want to plant good seeds that you're going to water and feel really good about, you know, and it's going to grow and give you lots of fruit. Like I don't want to plant seeds that you're going to go, oh man, that, you know, like wait, what if it was this and this and that, you know, blah blah blah. So however it resonates with you. We've got, but most of you, this is a person. This is a partnership, okay? And if it's not, this is a partnership between your your wisdom and your young heart, okay? For those of you that this isn't a person, I feel like that's what it is. It's like a partnership between that. For others of you, this is definitely someone coming in, a divine union. There's a lot of love here. They have a lot of love to give. Or you have a lot of love to give. And you might not realize it yet because of all this shit from the past. You do, though. And I feel like not only that, it's like we've got the King of Swords here. More kings, more masculine energy. I mean, unless this is like, if there's a masculine watching and this reading was like just for you and you're like really powerful and mighty right now, like really coming into it, I don't think I've ever seen like this many kings all out at once. And the Emperor. It's all the kings. 4 kings and the Emperor. Maybe you got like many choices. All right, let's do some oracle cards so I can like clarify some of this. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. It's been an interesting reading thus far. I love it. Ooh, just jump in. Do one more from this deck and grab a couple from a few more. I hope you all are doing amazing. I really missed this. It was a little more than I wanted, but at least they're oracle cards. They're quick. Oh, okay. Well, they were meant to fall out. I'm sorry. Okay. Lion. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. Again with the heart, with the light. 32. The heart and the light. Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Okay, we like that. Understood. This is crazy, you guys. Lovers. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. It just sounded like a robot. And then we have love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. Love. Jeez Louise. Okay. What are these ones? What do these guys say? I didn't even see I knocked this butterfly off. Ooh. Butterflies again. Holy crap. Transformation. And we've got joy and contentment. Yeah. Look at that. So much joy and contentment because of this major transformation. I just keep hearing light and seeing light. It's almost like I feel like you're so bright right now. People might be telling you you're glowing right now. Like, if you run into someone you haven't seen in a long time, they're going to be like, whoa. Like, even if you don't feel like your appearance or anything has changed, like, it has, because you've cleaned up the inside. Your insides are glowing, and it's making your outsides glow, like, regardless, you know? And it's attracting a lot of love. Like, you're protected, too. And I feel like all your desires are ready to come true. There's so much being... Your cup is gonna be full. All right? I just really feel like there's like so much happiness coming in. Like, I feel really excited. And happy. And like, I don't know. Another thing I meant to say earlier is if I am not feeling like I'm in a certain vibration, I won't post a reading. I won't do it. I won't do a reading because I want to help people. I want to help lift you up. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to share my trials, my tribulations. You know, I have days where it's going to be, you know, I have hard days too. Everyone does. But I don't feel like when I am in that, if I'm not calibrated, I'm not going to come and push it out in onto other people. So I like to make sure that I am feeling, you know, like I am in the right vibration at the time before I do this. I meant to say that earlier. I don't know why it just came up in my head now, so there's a reason for it. Oh, okay. Wow, they're just flying out a mini today. Okay. See, oh wow, this is cool. Okay, fuck yeah. All right. Again, Angel of Challenges. And that looks like a little girl. I just got really emotional. Very challenging childhood. But now you have the opportunity to give her or him or them all that they deserve, all that they should have had. All right? You're going to give them now and forevermore. And you can go back and rewrite that story and visualize it a different way and pull that kid out and put some light into their life, and they will put some light into your life. Sorry. Angel of Decisions, 8. I always say it, this card always makes me think of lyrics. I'm on a road shaped like a figure 8. I'm going nowhere, but I'm guaranteed to be late. Modest Mouse. It's like, I feel like if this is challenges that are happening now, okay, it's something having to do with maybe these legalities. And this could be something that was related to childhood or a parent or or a masculine energy that harmed you in some way. And it's like, but there's a decision that needs to be made. And you also, the decision I think is also what you focus on. Because, yeah, we've got Angel of Music. So, if any of you are very connected to music like I am, please, please keep doing it. Keep listening to it. Keep writing it. Keep singing it. Keep playing it. Whatever it is. There's never too many artists in this world. There are never too many spiritual teachers in this world. There are never too many doctors in this world. Like, that's the thing that I don't understand, is that when people say that they have dreams to do something like this, right? Or something like this, you know, well, how are you going to make it? There's so many other people that, you know, like the odds are blah, blah, blah. But if you were going up to someone and when you're like, oh, I want to be a doctor, they wouldn't say, well, there's too many doctors. Don't do that. Like, don't you think you should do something more realistic? There's too many of those. Like, there's room for everyone. There is room for everyone. We all deserve to be here. And again, when you're a kid, you're not thinking about that shit. Like, that's what I finally, like, had to go back to, because I kept thinking about that shit. And I was putting it off for so long. And it's like, no. Because it's time. Like, Angel of Dreams. So, actual dreams or dreams while you're sleeping. Whatever this is. And that's funny because I was just thinking about that or hearing that in my head earlier after I took my boyfriend to work this morning. I was thinking about dreams, like how I've been remembering some of my dreams from years ago. And then I thought how ironic that was because I'm remembering some of my dreams from many years ago. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things that are always in your soul. There's some things that will always be with you. And if you ignore them, all it does is bring dis-ease. You won't be in flow. You won't be in the flow. It will make us sick if we aren't doing those things that our soul is calling us to do. Like, and that doesn't necessarily mean we need to focus on, where, when, how, why, if it's going to bring us a certain something. We just need to do what feels right in the moment and do those things that make us feel good. Everything else will catch up. Everything else will catch up. And the people who are meant to stay in our lives and the people who are meant to come back into our lives, they will evolve and they will catch up with us. But this is taking a lot of determination. All right? You got this. Angel of determination. You're determined. You're not going to give up. You're moving towards the light. More light. You are the light. You are one with the light. You should say that. I am full of divine, radiant energy. I am one with the light. I am one with the light. Music could also be, again, I always talk about sound therapy and healing. I have a speaker, a JBL speaker. It's like this big. If any of us in the house have pain of any sort, I find the frequency on YouTube for that pain, and we turn that sucker up and put it on the area of our body, wherever the pain is. I've used it on my face for tooth pain in the past, from wisdom teeth. I've used it, near my head when I had a headache, back pain, hip pain. It's awesome. And now they have, furniture and actual like massage beds and stuff you can buy that have like the speakers built in, and it helps with more of the vibration aspect of it as well. So it's a lot of healing that takes place while doing that. So much. And there's things that different hertz that can, just upgrade your DNA. I mean, that's what's up. Angel of comfort. You're being comforted right now. You're really being comforted right now. But like, I was reading this thing the other day that was talking about the difference between spirit guides and angels. Like, angels have to have your permission to really step in. Like, they protect you no matter what. They can always protect you. But when it comes to other things, like, talk to them. Just ask for their help. Give them permission. I give you permission to work your magic in my life. I give you permission to work your magic in the lives of those I love. Thank you so much for what you do. That was something that was always like, I've been trying to work on saying out loud more, because I've always telepathically communicated. And I do that still with a lot of people, that I'm close to. And my boyfriend and I are getting better and better with time with that. My sister, we were always just look each other in the eye, or we could start singing the same song, like third verse in, randomly out of nowhere, and had never, like, not even heard it that day, and just stuff like that. So I feel like that is something that's coming back to us as humans. Like, it's always been there. It's coming back more and more and more. Same with the way we, communicate with our animals. So I'm gonna get some more. Mia's still asleep, so we might as well take advantage of this. Get to do a little longer reading today, and I'm going to draw some charms after that. Ooh, prophets and ancient seers, decisions. Someone's got a decision to make. Okay. Sorry. Whoop. I'm so excited for you guys. I just keep feeling excited. Like, I'm just excited. Like, I know, like, because there's been times through this reading where it's been like up, down, 4, 4, 2, 2. Joy, blessings, and tuition. But I feel like for the most part, I'm excited. So much that I can't really, like, I'm all over the place. So, I have a thing that I do when things are like really, really good and exciting to me. And it's kind of like to let the people I know, especially, you know, I do it with my partner, and I do it with, you know, the universe. But when something's really good and I'm super excited, I jump up and down like this. And I say Spice Girls because I was so obsessed with Spice Girls when I was a kid. And my mom took us to a concert and I cried. We, like, me and my sister just cried the whole time. We're like, and like that is the shit right there. Like, that's what I'm talking about, you know? So now I do that, like, when I'm really excited, and it's kind of like my confirmation to those who know this inside thing that I'm super happy and I'm really grateful, you know, grateful to the universe, I'm grateful to whoever, whatever, for whatever's happening in that moment. Again, prophets and ancient seers, decisions, predictive guidance. So there's something, again, with the decision, another decision. Decisions, predictive guidance, though. So, like, we got community, your group, kinship. So, there's so much light in all of your cards. I can't even, like, I mean, I get, like, that these two decks in particular have quite a bit of that type of vibe, but yeah, for them all to come out like this at once is pretty cool. You got Archangel Zekiel, too. And I felt like Haniel was on the bottom. That was who I just showed you. Okay, self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. I said that earlier with forgiveness. Forgiveness of self and others. And compassion for self and others. It's seeing it from a different perspective. Seeing it from a different perspective, and just maybe realizing the importance of it all, right? And it's like with this kinship and community, you know, some of you might have felt very alone for a while, for a long time. And you're gonna, if you haven't yet, as long as you continue to get out there or like listen to your intuitive downloads and promptings, and if you're being called to go somewhere, go to that place, because you're probably going to meet someone who is part of your soul group. You're going to fall into a community, is what it's going to feel like. It's like almost like, wow, like all of a sudden overnight you end up in this place with around these people, and you're like, whoa, like these are my kind of people. This could also be like just getting out and doing something for your community to kind of get yourself out of, um, you know, any challenges or decisions that you need to make. Like, I'm not saying avoiding the decisions. I'm just saying, like, it might get you out of your head or in a better head space where it's easier to make those decisions. Maybe seeing other people in different ways of life as well. Going through different things, you know. Does that make sense? We'll see. Elementals, nature spirits, and the four elements. I'm very connected to the elements, especially elementals, especially, you know, the fae, and I love a lot of like air spirits. I have an air dragon named Ida. So yeah, I'm very, very into this. The place I lived at before here, we had a lot of fairy activity, a lot. It was very cool, and I got a pretty awesome video of my cat chasing something outside, and I had used one of those aura filters, like just going through on accident, and I noticed like something showed up on that he was chasing, and then I saw other things in the yard. I had other pictures. There were balls of light that came to the house, like flew at the house, and we seen it. It looked like it went under the door. So just different things like that. Completion and reward, achievement. Look at that. I just heard like you're cutting through the red tape. It's already done. Say that. It's already done. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's already done. You got this. You have got this. Don't allow any pain, any heartache, any challenges, any trauma, any drama from the past to cut off your love and your joy and your contentment and, just the music of life and community and nature and, um, intuition and love. I don't think I already said love, creativity, happiness. Don't allow any of that to cut off any of that for the present or the future, because I feel like this is all going in a really good direction, okay? And your angels and your guides are so proud of you, and they're really with you right now. They're comforting you. You just have to just acknowledge that they're there and continue to communicate with them, and just continue to do what you can do for you, and everything else I feel like it's just going to fall into place. It's been a really good reading. Like, although I'm already at almost an hour. Hey, look at that. At least she slept this late. I'll take it. Okay. I can't wait to get all my other cards out because I have a lot more. Just didn't not. Alright, we're gonna go with this. Oh, there were 2 more that came out already. Alright, that's quite a lot. Okay. Alright, lots of keys. But you also got this one I talked about in the last one, because this one didn't come up. Yeah, taking things to the next step. So this very well, because this is like a double. And this is next step. Yeah, someone's moving in, or you're moving in, or you're taking things to the next step, like in some way. All right. It's all peachy. Everything is peachy. I think also, like, just enjoying the sweetness of life. Okay. Enjoying the sweetness of life. And it's also, I feel like, very connected with youth again. We've got the butterfly here with transformation, and it's pink, so I feel like this is a lot to do with self-love. I was trying to get different ones. I feel like it's a lot of the same ones that came out as last time. Ooh, yeah, we got the sword. This sword has, it looks like a bear on it. Or maybe it's a cat. Ooh, I think it's a cat. Yep. Looks like an Egyptian cat or something. All right, so this is sword. So definitely like getting some mental clarity. It could also be Archangel Michael coming in to help you and protect you. We did have protection show up. Something there. I feel like you're cutting out a lot of things too. It's just like you're like, I don't have room for that. I'm cutting that shit out. I don't want it anymore. Again, this is a Cinderella inspired piece. And the words that stick out the most in this are, what's it say? Dreams. 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 Pumpkin. And castle. And I know I said someone might be getting a home. There were a lot of keys that popped out. Someone's getting a home. Yeah. And this could also just be like realizing that don't make yourself, I kept hearing this today too. Shit, I kept hearing this today. And this has been something that my soul is really working on with my 3D self. Don't make yourself small for anyone else. Don't make yourself small for anyone else. Because you're a fucking magician. We got a wand here. It's the wand. So, again, working with the elements, working with what you have, knowing your inner power, knowing what you deserve. I just heard, like, I don't know, I keep hearing design in my head. Something design, I can't. My ears keep popping. So, I just looked at the dice too, and they're facing up at 9 at me. So 9, design, 9. I don't know why I'm sorry. Be authentic. Be authentic. Again with the heart. We have so many hearts here. Like, so much love. We got this heart and this one. We've got the heart and this love card. Man, I know there's more. I'm not going to move everything though. Okay, we've got... Okay, this is like a little ballerina brooch. So again, dancing, having fun, kinship, community. I feel like this reminds me of nature spirits a lot too. Maybe you need to get outside and dance, under the moon. Communicate with the fae, different nature spirits, elementals. This could also be your community. Or you could just be being called to move your body. Move your body, get that energy just moving. If you just shake your hands and do this with your shoulders, like whatever you can do, move some of that energy around. We've got a button. The hardest button to button. So, I always feel like with the button, like there's something that you're keeping together, all right? There's something that you're putting back together. Or there's something that you need to, like, stitch up, okay? I feel like also, I just heard missing buttons. So really pay attention, especially if this was legality, anything with legal matters. Pay attention to, the red tape and any missing buttons, missing pieces, missing evidence. I heard, I don't know, evidence. Maybe someone has a court case and there's going to be missing evidence and it's going to get dropped. Huh. Okay. Well, we got the worry doll. I think Mia's awake. She's awake. So, if you're worried, try to find something that you can put your worries into. All right? Mia? Oh, no, it's Isaac. It's my son. Something to put your worries into. I got that doll from a little shop in Florida. I know I've used it a couple of times. But for the most time, I really like, most part, I really like to work with crystals when it comes to that. Okay. This has butterflies, more butterflies, and it looks like cherry blossom, like a cherry blossom tree or something. So, again, with the transformation, I feel like a lot of good luck. I keep hearing like serendipity, a lot of serendipity, joy, balance. I feel like a lot of this is stemming from self love. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. So, yeah, maybe this is a bicycle pill for two.
Hey, am I able to go downstairs now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Sorry. Okay. Love you. My 18-year-old has been coming up early in the morning to listen for my daughter. His name is Isaac and her name is Mia. For she wakes up while I take my boyfriend to work, so that's been nice of him. So, bicycle again, maybe getting active, all right, and maybe this is just like also talking about, like the wheels. The wheels keep turning, they keep spinning. And this could also just be, again, like reverting or going back to childhood, having fun, letting your inner child out for a bit. Hmm. I just heard the word bottomless. What? Bottomless bicycle. I don't know. Anywho, I'm extra goofy in the mornings, guys. Okay, let's do some angel wishes. And then I will let you guys go. Oh, little Shari Barbie lost her glasses. I'm the only 34-year-old that's still playing with a Barbie doll. I guarantee it. Alright, so I gotta get a little shelf for her. Woo, okay. That one's sticking out too. Okay. Your loved ones are guiding you from above. Life is what you make of it. Be brave and reach for the stars. Remember, your angels are always there to guide you. Your soul has made many journeys. Listen to its wisdom. Wisdom, I said that earlier. You need to put the music back into your life. Oh, dude. Someone plays music here. Someone loves music in some way. It can't just be me. And I often pray that my readings do find other, musically interested people. Because, like, I want to eventually try to incorporate the two in some aspect, Like, I think I'm going to start writing down lyrics and, using those to grab because they're always popping in my head anyway, Put the music back into your life. Maybe you need to go listen to something like you listened to when you were a kid, like whatever your Spice Girls was. All right, your animals in spirit are showering you with their love. Aww. I said that earlier about animals, communicating with our animals too, so definitely. And I always mention this too, that like my parents I believe in familiars for sure. I know my cat is definitely my familiar, but my parents have had a dog, a soul that keeps coming back to them in different dog forms. So trust me, it's the same soul in there. Anyway, so I really hope that this resonated with someone and helped someone. That is my goal. That's all I want to do. I just want to help people someday. And I always forget to do this, but I have written down a lot of readers and different things that have really helped me along my journey. I know I've mentioned a few in some of my earlier readings, so I'm going to go to the next one on the list. I believe where I left off was Magnetize Yourself. So, Infinity from Magnetize Yourself. I'm sure a lot of you already know who she is, but you never know, so I'm just going to say it. The fact that this chick can do a podcast basically of tarot and oracle cards where you're not even seeing anything, and it is so amazing. Like, she has such a unique approach. Like, I love her voice. She's got a very, very soothing, beautiful voice. But also it's just, you can feel it in the vibration when she's doing these readings. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, there's no video. Like, how do we know that she's actually, instantly I knew. You just know. You could tell, like, vibrationally, we know we're spiritual, beings. Like, you can feel when there's a lie in something, and you can feel when there is sincerity in something, in truth and honesty. And I really feel like she's just 100%. She's very, very gifted. She's a lot. um, a lot of followers, and it's amazing how many people. And I know as a collective, we go through a lot of the same stuff at the same time, especially, depending on what's going on astrologically. But um, for her to have like the effect that she has on so many different people and pick up on so many different stories that are spot on. Um, yeah, and that's been one I've kind of like went back to on and off. Like I find myself going back and forth. So it just depends, Sometimes um it's all like really connecting with me, and I always feel like my angels, like I said, I call it angel rhythm, not an algorithm. They show me who and what I need to see when I need to see it. So if you're watching this and it's just popped up, there was a reason for it. um Anyway, so I'm gonna try to remember, but again, bear with me. I used to do a lot of drugs, so I'll try to remember to do that every time. But I just want to give a little thanks back to the people who helped me come out of my, just complete fucking zombie brainwashed fear mode. That just life and abuse and drug addiction and Christianity put me in. So it was like, which were all ultimately my decisions. But and I'm glad they happened the way they did. But I just want to say thank you to those people. So, and maybe one of you hasn't heard of one of them, and now you can. So I love you guys so much. This was way longer than I intended. Again, I'm going to try to get back to regular postings, at least do 3 a week. So that is my goal. Bear with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. All of my information will be below. If you would like a more detailed personal reading, I'm going to be doing different deals for reasons and seasons, as well as my socials and email info will all be below. I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.